So in this class we are going to have a discussion on regression analysis. What do you mean by this regression analysis means? So this regression analysis we are a measure where we are going to use to study the average relationship between two or more variables in terms of original units of data. So here also we are going to calculate the relationship between two or more variables on the basis of their original units of data. We are going to study in the regression analysis. In the case of regression analysis, there will be two variables. One will be dependent variable, another one will be independent variable. What are these dependent variables means? Dependent variables are those which is to be estimated or predicted, where we are going to find out the value of the variables. They are called as dependent variable. Dependent variable are nothing but they are the estimated values or predicted values, or which are influenced on other variables. By having a base on the another variable, we are going to uh, calculate the value of one more variable, that is called as dependent variable. What do you mean by this independent variable means? Independent variables are those where these variables are going to be used for the purpose of prediction or estimation of dependent variables. We are having a base of the variables when we are going to have a calculation. So those variables where we are going to have a base, those variables are called as independent variables. These variables are used for prediction or estimation of the related data that are called as independent variables. ಯಾವ variables ನ ನಾವು calculation ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅದು dependent variable. ಯಾವ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ನ ಬೇಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ವೇರಿಯಬಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So these are the two variables where we are going to come across in case of regression. So in case of regression also, we have to calculate with the help of equations or with the help of regression lines. So what is the equation that we have to follow means? The equation we have to frame or we have to form. One is regression line of x on y, another one regression line of y on x. ಒಂದು x on y ಮೇಲೆ ಬರುವಂತಹ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಲೈನ್ ನ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. another one thing is we have to calculate regression line or the regression equation of y on x. Two equations ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಒಂದು x on y, another one y on x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅರ್ಥ. So x on y ಅಂದ್ರೆ x will be the independent variable, y will be the dependent. Y on x calculation ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ y is the independent and x will be the dependent variable. So when we are going to calculate regressions also, we have to calculate we have to calculate under three. One will be the actual mean method, another one will be the assumed mean, another one will be the standard deviation. When the standard deviation values are given, how to calculate the regression equations. So these are the three situations where we are going to come across for the calculation of x and y values. So in this session we are going to do the calculations or when the deviations are taken from the actual mean. Actual mean is so how we are going to calculate x bar and y bar. So by using the x mean and y mean value, we have to do deviations. So with the help of those deviations, we need to calculate the equations. One is x on y, another one will be y on x. These are the equation forms. So the equation forms are x minus x bar equals bxy into y minus y bar. X are the variables, minus x bar is nothing but actual mean value, equals bxy are the regression coefficients. What we are going to call bxy and byx, these are the two regression coefficients where we are going to be used during the time of framing the equations. So bxy into y minus y bar, or we can write it as x minus x bar. This bxy is nothing but summation xy divided by summation y square. So all the values of regression coefficients, we are using only deviation values. This is nothing but deviation of x into y value. Now deviations ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ವಾ, x minus x bar, we are going to get dx value. If we are going to calculate y, that is dy equals y minus y bar, when we are going to have the deviations, those deviations, product of the deviations of x and y is the summation xy divided by summation y square. When you are going to calculate x on y ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನಾವು regression coefficients ಅಲ್ಲಿ denominator we should use sigma y square. Keep in mind. So summation xy both will be there in the regression coefficients. When you are going to calculate x on y, we should divide summation y square. ಸೊ dy ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ y ಮೈನಸ್ y ಬಾರ್ನ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಸಮ್ಮೇಷನ್ y ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕಾಲ್ into y minus y bar. So this is the equation form where we have to calculate the equation. And the second one equation, that is regression equation on y on x, how to calculate means when you are going to calculate x on y, we should write x minus x bar is the first equals dxy into y minus y bar. When you are going to calculate the regression equation of y on x, first you should write y, that is y minus y bar equals byx into x minus x bar. This byx is nothing but summation xy divided by sigma x square. This is nothing but total sum of the product of the deviations divided by total deviations of x square. So this is the formula that has to be used for the calculation of regression equation. ನೀವು x on y ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ x minus x bar ಬರೀರಿ, y on x ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ y minus y bar ನ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. ಸೊ x minus x bar equals bxy into y minus y bar. bxy ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ this formula has to be used, that is the product of the deviations of x and y divided by summation y square, that is nothing but deviation y square. ಇದು byx ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ summation of product of the deviations of x and y divided by summation x square. y on x ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ x square, x on y ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ y square ಇಂದ divide ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. So these are the two regression coefficients that has to be calculated. Let us will see this question. From the following data, obtain the regression equation x on y and y on x. ಎರಡು ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತಾನೆ, ಅಥವಾ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್, if you are going to call it as, both are one and the same. So here they have given one is x variable, another one is the y variable. The x values are 6, 4, 8, 10, 12. Y values are, these are all the actual values given in the question to calculate. Y values are 9, 8, 7, 5 and 11. So as it is how we used to write down in the table, in the same manner we have to follow. So here we have to do how many columns means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns, like how we correlation coefficient ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. In the same manner we have to calculate a table also for the calculation of regression, a table which contains of 7 columns. One is the x value given and y value also given in the question. Then we'll have to go for deviation of x has to be done, because it is an actual mean. X, this deviation x is nothing but x minus x bar. ಇದು actual mean ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು x minus x bar ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. If you are going to calculate with the help of assumed mean means deviation x is nothing but x minus a ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. So the same thing has to be square it, that will become x square. Then we have to go for calculating deviation y. Y is nothing but y minus y bar, actual values of y minus y mean value. So x mean and y mean earlier only we should calculate, then only we can do the deviations. Again we'll have to go for squaring it, the deviation value of y value, that is y square, then the product of deviation with x into y. ಇದೆರಡು x ಮತ್ತೆ y value multiplication, deviation value ನಾವು deviation ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ xy ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. So as it is how they have given in the question, in the same manner we'll have to write it. So x value 6, 4, 8, 10, 2, y value also 9, 8, 7, 5, 11. Total the value of x and total the value of y. We are getting the summation x is 30, summation y is 40. Then we'll have to calculate the value of x mean and y mean. For what purpose means to do the deviation. So summation mean equals sigma x by n, that is nothing but 30 divided by 5 number of items, that will become 6. The value of x mean is 6. Similarly calculate y mean value, summation y divided by n equals 40 divided by 5, that is nothing but 8. So these are the two values need to be calculated for deviation, to do the deviation values. So x mean is 6 and y mean is 8. Let us will go subtracting all the values from the x variable. 6 minus 6 is nothing but 0, 4 minus 6 is minus 2, x minus 6 is 8 minus 6 is 2, 10 minus 6 is 4, 2 minus 6 is minus 4. So when we are going to do all the totals, we are getting 0. Then we'll have to go for squaring with the values of deviation values of x. That is 0, minus 2 square is 4, 2 square is 4, again 4 square is 16, minus 4 square is 16. Total all the values will get summation. Deviation of x square is nothing but 40. Similarly, in the same manner, we'll have to calculate the value of y deviation also. So the y deviation value is 8. So we'll have to do for 9 minus 8 is 1, 8 minus 8 is 0, 7 minus 8 is minus 1, 5 minus 8 is minus 3, 11 minus 8 is 3. Total all the value of sigma deviation y, that is equals to 0. Square the values of deviation y. 1 square is 1, 0, minus 1 square is 1, minus 3 square is 9, 3 square is 9. Total the value of y square, that is deviation y square, we are getting the value that is plus 20. Now we should do the multiplication of sigma, that is x into y value. 0 into 1 is 0, minus 2 into 0 is 0, 2 into minus 1 is minus 2, 4 into minus 3 is minus 12, minus 4 into 3 is minus 12. Total the value of x, y, we are getting the value that is minus 26. Before going to calculate the regression equations, first this table should be prepared, then only we can able to substitute the values. Let us will go for the first calculation of the regression equation, that is x on y. X on y, the regression equation, how you should write means x minus x bar equals bxy into y minus y bar, or the bxy value directly we can able to substitute. So x minus x bar equals bxy is nothing but sigma xy divided by sigma y square into y minus y bar. Let us will substitute the values in the equation. X means the variable minus what we are going to calculate. X minus x bar value means 6 equals sigma xy, already we calculated in the table, that is minus 26. Minus 26 divided by what is summation y square, here the deviation of y square, it is 20. Substitute the value in the equation. 20 into y minus x mean, y mean is the value is 8, y bar is 8. Now we'll have to calculate the equation. X minus 6, the same value, if you are going to remove the bracket also, it remains as it is. Minus 26 divided by 20 is minus 1.3 into y minus 8. Now we should remove the bracket for y minus 8. X minus 6 equals minus into plus is minus, 1.3 into y is 1.3y, minus into minus is plus, 1.3 into 8 is 10.4. Let us will calculate the value of x. Let us recalculate the equation. So we'll have to calculate for x means x on y means we'll have to retain x variable left side, shift all the numbers to the right side. X equals, the right side we are having minus 1.3y plus 10.4, minus 6 will become plus 6. Then x equals, substitute the values, minus 1.3y, there is no y value, so we should retain as it is minus 1.3y. 10.4 plus 6 is nothing but 15.4. So this is how we have to calculate the first equation, first regression equation, or we can call it as first regression line of x on y. Let us will go for the second regression line of equation, that is y on x. The second equation need to be calculated. So let's just to apply the form what they have given how to calculate. That is y minus y bar equals byx into x minus x bar, or you can call it as y minus y bar. Y mean equals byx is nothing but summation xy divided by sigma deviation x square is all. So sigma deviation x into sigma deviation y divided by sigma deviation x bar into x minus x bar. Substitute, now we are going to substitute the values, all the values calculated in the table. So y minus y mean value is 8 equals sigma xy value is minus 26, and sigma x square value which is given in the table, that is already calculated, it is 40, substituted here into x minus x mean value is 6. So y minus 8 equals minus 26 divided by 40, we are getting the value that is minus 0.65. So x minus 6, here at the right side and left side we are removing the brackets. Therefore y minus 8 equals minus into plus is minus, 0.65 into x is 0.65x, minus into minus is plus, 0.65 into 6 is nothing but 3.9. Now we are shifting all the numbers which is there at the left side to the right side. So y equals minus 0.65x plus 3.9. This minus 8 will becomes plus 8. So y equals, because there is no x values to add or subtract, so we'll have to write it as it is, minus 0.65x plus 3.9 plus 8, the value is 11.9. Therefore, y value, first we are writing the number, then we are writing x here. Anyhow, you can able to write in any manner. So 11.9, this minus will become minus 0.65x. This is the second equation. This is how we need to calculate the two regression lines. That is, one will be x on y, another one will be y on x. So this is with the help of actual mean method we have followed. That is one of the question. Have you people followed this one? How to calculate the regression equations with actual mean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let us will see the second question. So here they have given one more addition that we'll have to predict, formulate both regression lines from the following data. Predict y value when x value is 50 and x value when y value is 25. ಇಲ್ಲಿ y value x value 50 ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ y value ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, y value 25 ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ x value ಎಷ್ಟು ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಂತದನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ನಂತರ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ದ second question, the x value is given 40, 32, 38, 42, 36, 46. Y value is also given 30, 35, 40, 36, 28 and 35. Similarly, how many columns we'll have to frame is, we'll have to have a table of 7 columns. One is x column, y column, values which is given in the question, then deviation of x. How to calculate deviation of x means x minus x bar. Then we'll have to go for squaring it, the deviation values, that is x square. Then deviation y value need to be calculated, that is nothing but y minus y bar. Then square the values of y, it will become y square. Then at last we should have a product of the deviations from x and y. So these are the column that has to be framed. Then substitute the values given in the question for x and y, that is 40, 32, 38, 42, 36, 40. Total all the values, because we are going to calculate with the help of actual mean method, that is x mean need to be calculated here. So total sigma x is nothing but 234. Let us will go for the calculating the y value. Y substitute the values 30, 35, 40, 36, 28, 35. So sigma y value is 204. Then we should go, before going to do the deviations, first let us will calculate the value of x mean and y mean. So x mean is nothing but sigma x by n, that is 234 divided by 6, the value is 39. Similarly, we need to calculate the value of y mean. The formula is sigma y by n, that is 204 divided by 6. The value of y mean is 34. Let us will substitute x means mean 39, y mean means 34. We'll have to do all the deviations for x and y with this 39 and 34. Let us will go for doing the deviations of x. So 40 minus 39 is nothing but 1. 32 minus 39 is minus 7. 38 minus 39 is minus 1. 42 minus 39 is 3. 36 minus 39 is minus 3. 46 minus 39 is 7. Total the values we are getting 0 here. Then we'll have to do the square the values of deviations. 1 square is 1. 7 square is 49. 1 square is 1. 3 square is 9. Again 3 square is 9. 7 square is 49. Total sigma x square is nothing but 118. So this is how to calculate the x part. Let us will go for the variable y. So we need to go for calculating the deviations for y. So with what number means, that is with 34. So these are the y values. We'll have to do the deviations. 30 minus 34 is minus 4. 35 minus 34 is 1. 40 minus 34 is 6. 36 minus 34 is 2. 28 minus 34 is minus 6. 35 minus 34 is 1. The total value of summation y value is 0. We'll have to square it in the sixth column. 4 square is 16, 1 square is 1, 6 square is 36, 2 square is 4, 6 square is 36, then 1 square is 1. Total value of summation y square is 94. At last, we'll have to do the deviation of the product of the deviations with x and y, that is 1 is there in x, y minus 4 is there in the y column. 1 into minus 4 is minus 4, minus 7 into 1 is minus 7, minus 6, minus 1 into 6 is minus 6, 3 into 2 is 6, minus 3 into minus 6, minus into minus become plus, 6 3 is 18, 7 into 1 is 7. The total product of the deviations of x and y is nothing but 14. So here the table gets over. Now we'll have to do the two equations. First we are doing regression equation of x and y. The equation form is x minus x bar equals bxy into y minus y bar, or directly we can able to write the second equation form only, x minus x bar equals sigma xy divided by summation y square into y minus y bar. Let us will substitute the values which is given in the table. X minus x mean value is 39 equals sigma xy value is 14, and then sigma y square value is 94. Here we have substituted 14 divided by 94 into y minus the x y bar value, that is y mean value is 34. Now x minus 39 equals 14 divided by 94 value is 0.149 into y minus 34. Right side and left side both we are removing the brackets. X minus 39 it will become. Then 0.149 into y will be 0.149y. This is plus into minus is minus. 0.149 into 34, the value is 5.066. Now we are shifting the left side numbers to the right side. So x equals 0.149y minus 5.066. This minus 39 becomes plus 39. Therefore, x equals 0.149y minus 5.066 plus 39. The difference is 33.934. Now the equation is, first we are writing numbers, then the variables. Anyhow you feel you can able to write the equation. It will remain as it is here before this one step, or you can write it as x equals 33.934 plus 0.149y. When you are going to calculate, when you are going to substitute the value of
Excuse
the,
me, ma'am.
yes, yes, any doubt? Who is on the line? Yes, Saranya. Saranya, any doubt, ma? Saranya, any doubt, students? Have you people following the things?
Yes,
ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ
ma'am.
ಇದೆಯಮ್ಮ?
Yes, ma'am.
ಯಾರದು ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ರೀಅರೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದನ್ನ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ 0.149y ನೇ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೆದು ಆಮೇಲೆ 33.934 ಅಂತ ಬರಿಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ನಂಬರ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೆದು y ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ y ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 25 ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಪ್ರಿಡಿಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಂತಕ್ಕೆ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. y ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ 25 ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಫ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ದಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಶನ್. ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ y ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So here we are going to substitute the value of y to calculate the x value. When y equals 25 means we need to substitute the value in the first equation. X equals 33.934 plus 0.149. In place of y we should write 25 to calculate the x value. When y equals 25, what is the value of x anta artha adu. X equals 33.934 plus 0.149 into 25, the value is 3.725. Add with 33.934, you are getting the value of x is nothing but 37.659, or you can mark it as 38. ಈ ರೀತಿ x ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂನ ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿಯಬೇಕು. Let us will go for this calculating the second equation or second regression line ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿಬಹುದು ಅದನ್ನ. Regression equation of y on x, how to calculate means we can use the second form itself. Y minus y bar equals summation deviation of x into y divided by summation x square into x minus x bar. So this is the form for the equation. Let us will substitute the values to calculate the second equation. Y minus y mean value, y bar value bandu 34 equals summation x square already which is there in the table, that is 14, ಮತ್ತೆ x square value ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 14 ಮತ್ತೆ 108. xy value is given 14, x square value is 118. The same thing we have substituted here to calculate the y on x value. X minus x bar value is 39. Now we have substituted and we are going to calculate the values. Y minus 34 equals 14 divided by 118. The value is 0.1186 into x minus 39. First divide ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ. Then we need to open the brackets, left side also, both the right side. So y minus 34 equals 0.1186 into x will become 0.1186x, plus into minus is minus. 0.1186 into 39 is 4.6272. Then we are shifting, retaining the value of y because we have to calculate the regression on y on x. So y equals, shift this minus 34 to the right side, it will become plus 34. So left right side 0.1186 minus 4.6272 plus 34. Add, if this is nothing but one is plus 34, another one is minus 4.6. So we'll have to do the subtraction here. The value you are getting 29.3728. Then y equals 0.1186 x plus 29.3728 is the regression equation. Here we have arranged it in a proper form. So y equals, first we have written number here 29.3728. The next we have written x, that is plus 0.11866. This will be the second equation. In the equation itself, they asked to predict the value of x value 50 ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ what is the value of y. So we need to go for calculating the value of y means in the second equation x value ಅವನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟು y value calculate ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ second equation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. y value ಕೊಟ್ಟು x value ನ calculate ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ first equation ಅಲ್ಲಿ substitute ಮಾಡಿ calculate ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. You, by seeing the equation only, you can able to decide where to substitute the values. Therefore y equals the equation what we got 29.3728 plus 0.1186. In place of x we need to write 50. Then multiply 0.1186 with 50, we are getting the value, that is 5.93. Then we should add y equals 29.3728 plus 5.93. Therefore the value of y is 35.3028. It is nothing but 35. X value 50 ಇರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ what is the value of y ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 35 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. This is how we need to calculate with the help of actual mean method. Based on deviations, mean ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, actual mean ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ how to calculate the values ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದನ್ನ we have seen so far. Have you people understood this one? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆಯಮ್ಮ? ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಎರಡು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ವೈ ಮತ್ತೆ ವೈ ಆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಸೇಮ್, ಅದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ವೈ ಮತ್ತೆ ವೈ ಆನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಿ ರಿಗ್ರೆಷನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ದ values in the table. Either if it is x bar or y bar, our actual mean means we should do the deviations with x bar and y bar.
Ma'am, we cannot hear your voice, ma'am.
Can't hear. Can't you hear? Hello? ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲಮ್ಮ?
எதுவுமே கேட்கல. எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணாம தெரியல.
ಬೇರೆಯವ್ರು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಮ್ಮ? What about others? Can you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe some of the students, ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಮ್ಮ, ಅದು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ. I'll send
when does the college starts, ma'am?
When does the college starts? If you are asking me, what can I say? If starts means I too will come to the college. No. Okay. Okay, ma. I think the session will get served. It's over. I'll send the recordings. If any doubt means you can send. You can have the things with the WhatsApp. Have you people understood the previous things and all?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Bye, ma'am. People finding difficult in these online classes?
Yes, ma'am.
There is no board to write and show how to do all those things. Everything we'll have to prepare, do it on the slides, then we can able to explain. Okay. Okay, ma. We'll end this session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.